Are you able to see the page?
Yes, Pavi.
Yes.
Okay. We'll start. Vinayaka namastubhyam satatam modakapriya nirvignam kuru no deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambham karishyamaha siddhir bhavatu no sada gurur brahma gurur vishnu gurur devo maheshwarah guru sakshat param brahma tasmai shri gurave namaha श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि श्रीरघुराम चारुतुलसीदलधाम शमक्षमादिशृङ्गारगुणाभिराम त्रिजगन्नतशौर्यरमाललाम दुर्वारुकबन्धराक्षसविराम जगज्जनकल्मषार्णवोत्तारकनाम भद्रगिरिदासरथी करुणापयोनिधि आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् पंचांगम April, what is today, April 19th or 18th? April 19th, 2025. विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे वसंत ऋतौ चैत्रमासे कृष्णपक्षे षष्ठी तिथिः till about 8:51 am, followed by सप्तमी तिथिः पूर्वाषाढ़ नक्षत्रम till almost 4:18 am tomorrow morning, followed by Uttarashadha Nakshatram. Shiva Yoga till 3:23 p.m., followed by Siddha Yoga. 3 Karanams, Vanik Karanam ending with the Tithi, so 8:51, followed by Vishti Karanam till 9:16 p.m., followed by Bhava Karanam. Sarvebhyah Suprabhatam. So last time in the beginning also last time I said the screenplay or the way narration, our narrations are that very briefly next big event will be told. Then the details will be elaborated in each chapter. So in the 79th Sarga, they said, oh, they all set out to go. To set out to go, the details of laying the highway was described in the 80th Sarga. That means that while that was going on, or probably when it is done and it is ready, then 81st Sarga is starting. Sabhasthanam. अथ एकाशीतितमः सर्गः
अथ एकाशीतितमः सर्गः
सभास्थानं ततो नान्दीमुखीं रात्रिं भरतं सूतमागधाः तुष्टुर्वाग्विशेषज्ञाः स्तवैः मङ्गलसंहितैः. So tataha, after that means after description of all of this, or after the marga samskaraha was completed, tataha nandi mukhim ratrim. So before we do any great event, one of the samskaras is called nandi mukham or nandi mukhi. Nandi Mukham is where you invite all the ancestors and you seek their blessings. Typically done in our Grihastha Ashrama says, before marriage we do Nandi Mukham, or before doing Upanayanam for the child, we do Nandi Mukham. That is where we invite all the ancestors, at least 3 generations or 4 generations as we know before. And we invite them into the bhoktas that we call there, and we go do all the upacharas to them and have them fed. Tushtuvuhu, you make them, you satisfy the parents, the ancestors, and seek their blessings for the project that you are taking up now, which can be, as I said, Upanayanam or marriage, or now in this case, the very act that he's going to start, which is to go and bring back Rama. He knows it's a very tough project. First of all, identifying Rama, then convincing him, all of that. And he knows the promises were made by father, by Rama, and now nobody will be breaking. So it's a very tough, challenging project for him. So he did Nandi Mukham. That's all. The details are just understood in one word here. Nandi Mukhim Ratrim. That means he has done the Nandi Mukham the previous day and the night was spent. Then in the early morning next morning. That is how it is to be understood. That's all. In a brief one-liner, a big event is described. Because everybody knows what is Nandi Mukham. Why should I elaborate further there? That is how intent it must be. So Tataha Nandi Mukhim Ratrim means Kritva, or after passing that. Bharatam Sutamagadaha. We always talked about, right? Vandi Magadaha. They are 2 different people who constantly remind the leader about the glory from which he has inherited, the grand ancestry, the grand dynasty, the grand predecessors, their great achievements is one called Vandis. And then Magadhas are those who set the expectations in terms of praises. As you praise, that means you are now making him conscious, right? So that is Vandi Magadaha. Here Suta Magadaha. Sometimes Suta also can play the Vandi role, but Suta can also be Sumanta here. So Suta, Vandi, etc., etc. That's what it means. Vandi Magadaha. They all came and Tushtuvuhu. They started. They from their side trying to please him in the sense of praising all of their ancestors and all. What kind of Sutamagadaha are they? Vak Visheshajnaha. They are so good at their vocabulary. They are so good at their memory of the ancestors and their greatness, their qualities, etc. So Vak Visheshajnaha Stavaihi Tushtuvuhu. They have pleased him through what? Stavaihi. Stava is stotram, praises. So Mangala, and what kind of stavaha? Mangala Samhitaihi. One that is auspicious, seeking welfare, that all your ancestors have done so great, were so great, and so you will also be doing so great. So Mangala Samhitaihi. Sarva Mangala Mangalyam, we say, right? So Mangalam is the most important. Auspiciousness, welfare, success, positivity, etc. So Mangala Samhitaihi Stavaihi Vak Visheshajnaha Sutamagadhaha Tataha Nandi Mukhim Ratrim Bharatam Tushtuvuhu. So they are all, it's their job. So whoever is the deemed king or whatever, they start praising him. Right? So Suvarna Konabhihataha.
Suvarna. Go ahead, Ji.
Suvarna Konabhihataha.
Pranadadyam Madunduvihi.
Pranadadyam Dudumbihi.
Dadmuhu Shankascha Satashaha.
Dadmuhu Shankascha Shatashaha.
Nadanschochava Nadanscha
Nadanscha
Uchavachaswaran.
Uchavachaswaran.
So while the Sotima, Vandimagadaha, Sutaha, etc., they start praising and all, in the background, in the behind, then all these our musical band, Ghosh band will come. Suvarna Konabhihataha. So they were there, what do we call as what is it, Nanak, for Anak, what is it we call Supravaji? What are the sticks? I forgot. Sarikas. So the sarikas, or for hitting the Panava Dundhubi, then you need that big stick with that big head on it. So those are Suvarna Konabhihataha. Suvarna Konaha, they were gold plated sticks, gold framed, that big heads. So Suvarna Kona Abhihataha, with them they were hitting what? Dundhubihi, Yamadundhubihi. So much bigger ones which can blow much big sound. So a big procession is going to start now in the city, and this morning in the city and throughout. And so to bring that notification to everyone that hey, this big thing is starting, this big Dundhuvis are hit. Pranadat means nanadati, pranadat, which means very significantly they have started hitting all these band instruments, and they were blowing the band instruments. What all kind of ones? Yamadundhubihi is one, which is much big Dundhubi. Dundhubi is a big tabla. Imagine the tabla bowl kind of a thing, a bowl kind of a one, which will be very, very big, typically put on the top of the fort, on the top of the gate, on the top of the wall, where these guys will be standing and hitting with both the hands. That is typically Dundhubi. Dadmuhu Shankanscha, and several people were blowing Shankaha. Dadmu is to blow Shankha, that's the verb there. Lit lakara, past tense. Dadmuhu Shankan cha. How many? Shatashaha, in hundreds. People were boom, boom, blowing all the Shankans cha. Shatashaha. Nadanscha Uchavaswaran. And then there are other high pitch blowing instruments like Shankars, which will be probably, if you imagine, I don't have my video turned on today. My phone is misbehaving. It will be like a spiraled trumpet kind of a thing, if you can imagine. From your mouth, there will be a thin tube coming, and then it will be spiraling itself into a circle in two spirals probably, and then ending up in a big one, right? Such kind of ucha vachaswaran, high pitched blowing instruments. So such instruments, they were all blowing. Saturya Ghosha Sumahan.
Saturya Ghosha Sumahan.
Divamapurayanniva.
Divamapurayanniva.
Bharatam Shokasantaptam.
Bharatam Shokasantaptam.
Bhuya Shokai Arandrayat.
Bhuyas Sokairarandrayat.
So all this sound, already Bharata was very unhappy and all, right? So Shokasantaptam Bharatam Bhuyaha, again Sahaturya Ghoshaha, this what do you call, heavy sounds, this big, the mix of all the sounds of high-pitched blows and shankars and other instruments, Dundhuvi, with all of this musical sounds, Saturya Ghoshaha, as if, setting out for a war and all, so very high-pitched to raise everybody's heartbeats and make everyone active. Saturya Ghoshaha Sumahan, very grand ghosha. It sounded like Divam Apurayan Iva. This sound was filling up the entire not only space here, but into the Diva. Diva is a Swargalok also. That means the sound was blowing so much that it went all around and much high into the other worlds also. I mean, people were blowing so loud. And that loud sound which was filling out everywhere will of course reach out to Bharata also, even if it is soundproof chambers he might be having. Still, Bharatam Shokasantaptam Bhuyaha Shokaihi, this sounds and all gave him a wrong feeling. What is going on? And especially after having heard the Suta Magadhaha. They started praising, oh, Raja Adiraja, Raja Bharata, like that probably. When they were praising all of that, no, this is not what I expected. Kind of a feeling, which has filled again Shoka in him. So Shokaihi Arandhrayat, it started piercing the Shoka, all this sound is piercing into him in the form of sorrow. Shokaihi Arandhrayat, it was piercing holes into him. That means it was again depressing him, saying, hey, my intent was different, these guys are doing it differently, kind of a sorrow feeling. Tatah prabuddho bharatah
ततः प्रबुद्धो भरतः
tam ghosham sannivartya cha
तं घोषं संनिवर्त्य च
naham rajeti chapyuktva
नाहं राजेति चापि उक्त्वा
shatrugnam idam abravit.
शत्रुघ्नम् इदम् अब्रवीत्.
So Tataha Prabuddhaha, with all these sounds, he woke up. Having woken up, Bharataha, Tam Ghosham San Nivartya cha. He said, hey, come on, stop this Ghosha and all. What is this? What is going on here? Stop it, kind of a one. We will play this when we are bringing Rama back, but not now. Kind of a probably intent. With that intent, Tam Ghosham San Nivartya. He stopped them and he said, Naham Raja, I am not the king here. Rama is still the king. I am not the king. Naham Raja. Iticha api uktva. Also by saying that I am not Rama. And so stop this Ghosha and all. I am not the king. Stop the Ghosh and all here. And then after that probably subsided, he then was looking at Shatrughna and saying, Shatrugnam idam abravit. He said this to Shatrughna. Pasya Shatrughna Kaikeyaha
Pasya Shatrughna Kaikeya
Lokasyapakritam Mahat
Lokasya Prakritam Mahat
Visrujya Mayi Dukkhani
Visrujya Mayi Dukkhani
Raja Dasharatho Gataha.
Raja Dasharatho Gataha.
Pasya Shatrughna. देखो यार ऐसा सी पश्य look Shatrughna Kaikeyaha Mahat Apakritam Lokasya. See what Kaikeyi has done, that means my mother has done. She has done this worst thing that has set the entire, that has disturbed the whole world. Lokasya apakrutam, sukrutam, good deed. Apakrutam, wrong deed. In fact, insulting deed. She has done a ill-intended act. So, lokasya apakrutam, that also mahat. Mahat apakrutam lokasya kaikeyaha. And added to that, what happened? Raja Dasharatha Mayi Dukkhani Visrujya Gataha. Raja Dasharatha, he also left this world by leaving Visrujya, by leaving Dukkhani, all sorrow events. Rama nicely went away, Lakshmana went away, Sita also went away, Dasharatha went away. Now, everything Dukkham is both in terms of Dukkham and also the burden. Everything is now left on my head to bear this. Nicely, Raja also went away, or passed away. So, Raja Dasharatha Dukkhani mayi visrujya gataha. So then what? Tasyaisha dharmarajasya
तस्यैषा धर्मराजस्य
dharma mula mahatmanaha
धर्ममूला महात्मनः
paribhramati rajashrihi
परिभ्रमति राजश्री
nauriva karnika jale.
नौर्वा कर्णिका जले.
So he is saying the Raja Dasharatha went away nicely meaning like that, a feeling like that. He went away. Now tasya of tasya dharmarajasya, he is calling Raja Dasharatha as Dharmaraja. I mean, because he has ruled it with all dharma. So dharmarajasya tasya esha rajyashrihi mahatmanaha, of the Mahatma Dharmaraja, of him, of his, this Esha Rajashrihi. There is another patha which is Rajya Shrihi. Rajashri, Rajyashrihi Samana. Rajya Lakshmi. This Rajya Lakshmi, this divine state, this divine kingdom of that Mahatma Dasaratha, Dharmaraja Dasharatha. And this state is Dharmamula. Dharmamula Rajyashrihi. This state is the foundation itself, the basis itself is dharma. It's not king's rules, it is dharma that is set up. So such Dharmamula Rajyashrihi Paribhramati, it is now wandering or going away undirected. How? What is the simile given? Jale now. Now is boat. Just as a boat in water, Karnika. Karnika is one who rows the boat with the two rows, with those two sticks. If you sit in the boat, but there is no steering or no rower, what is it called? Rowers to row the boat, then row the boat. So then the boat will go in the whichever way wind takes or whichever way the current of the water flows of the river. So similarly, that means it is undirected, it is unsteered, undirected. Similarly, this state, now I am seeing, looking at this country, this nation, this kingdom, as without that King Dasharatha, what can I do? I was so long, I was also just like another passenger here. I never knew how to drive the state. How will I? That is his feeling. Esha Dharmamula, okay, Mahatmanaha Dharmarajasya Tasya Esha Dharmamula Rajyashrihi Jale Akarnika Nauhu Iva Paribhramati. That's how the Anvaya for this will come. And so then he is saying, Yohina Sumahan Nathaha
Yohina Sumahan Nadaha
Sopi Pravrajito Vanam
Sopi Pravrajito Vanam
Anaya Dharmamutsrujya
Anaya Dharmamrusjya
Matra me Raghavaswayam.
Matra me Raghavaswayam.
All right. We know even if the captain is not there, we know there is a vice captain. The next in line. Yaha, one, he, one who himself is indeed Naha, offers Sumhan Nathaha, a great, what do you say, a great leader or great head for us. We were all hoping that, okay, as long as our head is there, we are fine. Sumhan Nathaha, Yaha hi Naha, Saha api Vanam Pravrajitaha. Okay, the next one we thought we always looked up to, even he is sent out in exile to the forest. Anaya, through this, Dharmam Utsrujya, by violating the Dharma, me matra, through my mother, Raghava Swayam, by my own mother, Raghavaha vanam pravrajitah. By my own mother violating all dharma, our immediate leader, head, to whom we look up to, is also sent away in exile. And thus he was, lamenting all this to his brother Shatrughna. Ityevam bharatam prekshya
इत्येवं भरतं प्रेक्ष्य
vilapantam vichetanam
विलपन्तं विचेतनं
kripanam ruruduh sarvaha
कृपणं रुरुदुः सर्वः
saswaram yoshitastada.
सस्वरं योषित तदा
So iti evam vilapantam vichetanam bharatam kripanam prekshya. By looking at this Bharata, who was, sort of crying, as in who was deeply or thinking or losing his, not gaining the confidence and still lamenting about the past, worrying, such Bharatam, looking at such Bharata, Yoshitaha, all the women of the palace, Tada Saswaram, with all loud voice, Sarvaha, all of them, Ruruduhu, they also started crying. Ayyo, Bharata is, what is it, crying? Ayyo, what state are we in? Dasharatha is gone, Rama is gone, Bharata himself is crying. Ayyo, what else do we do now? And they all started crying behind him. Tatha tasmin vilapati
तदा तस्मिन् विलपति
Vasishtho Raja Dharmavit
वसिष्ठो राजधर्मवित्
Sabham Ikshvakunathasya
तभामिक्ष्वाकुनाथस्य
Pravivesha Mahayashaha.
प्रविवेश महायशाः.
So Tatha, while this was happening, Tasmin, in that place, Vilapati, while he was crying and all this cry scene was going on, Rajadharma with is one who knows, with Rajadharma with Vasishtaha, that Vasishta who is completely aware of the Rajadharma, of what needs to be done next. Sabham Ikshvakunathasya, of the Ikshvakunatha, meaning of the head of the Ikshvakus, or which is Dasharatha's palace, or where Bharata is now. Ikshvakunathasya Sabham Mahayashaha Vasishtaha Rajadharmavit Pravivesha. That Dasharatha now, who is very glorious Vasishtha, he entered that office, that Sabha of Ikshvakus, where Bharata is also there. And how did he enter? He already was preparing for the next tasks. So, Shatakumbhamayim Ramyam
Shatakumbhamayim Ramyam
Maniratna Samakulam
Maniratna Samakulam
Sudharmam Iva Dharmatma
Sudharmam Iva Dharmatma
Sagana Pratyapadyata.
Sagana Pratyapadyata.
So, Shatakumbhamayi, Shatakumbha is 100 kumbhas, or we say, right, whenever a great person comes, one way to welcome is with this kumbha. We carry the in a pot, like a big, again, based on the wealth, based on affordability. It can be golden, silver, or brass, etc. So that kumbha filled with all the ahritai sarvatirthaihi, water collected from all the punya nadis. And with that, by chanting all the stotras, we welcome the Mahapurushas into the dais, into the venue. Similarly, Vasishtha also, to provide the same honor to Bharata, he was bringing all this Shatakumbhamayi, Mayim, Ramyam, the two well-decorated, beautiful kumbhas, Maniratna Samakulam, decorated with, how is it Ramya? It is because Mani Ratna Samakulam, these kumbhas were decorated with various jewels and gems. Sudharmam iva dharmatma. He brought with all the proper dharma. Sudharmam iva dharmatma, which means he made sure that this was all correctly fetched. Sudharmam iva dharmatma. Saganaha, along with all his team, he has entered there. And then Sakancanamayam Peetham.
Sakanchanamaya
Sukhastarana Samvratam.
Sukastharana Samvritam
Adhyasta Sarvavedajnah.
Adhyasta Sarva Vedasya Vedagya
Dutan Anushashasacha.
Dota Anushashasasa.
So along with this Shatakumbham, then he brought Kanchanamayam Peetham. He also brought a big stool, as they say in India, but a big, what do you call, seat? Kanchanamayam, that too, gold-plated seat. Kanchanamayam Peetham. Sukhastarana Samvratam. If it is just gold plate, it could be hurting, especially when you wear silk dhoti and all. It could even tear one of the edges. So, Sukha Astarana Samvratam. On the top and around with nice cushioned seat pad there on top of it. Adhyasta Sarva Vedajnah. All Veda aware people. They have Adhyasta, they were chanting the Vedas. And Dutan Anushashasacha. He has also brought all the messengers and he has given instructions to them. Guys, you should stand there. You should stand there. When he comes, you should all raise the flag. Like that, all the instructions were given to the Dutan Anushashasacha, to all the Dutas there. Not only Dutas, he also gave the instructions to several more people. Brahmanan, Kshatriyan, Vaishyan.
Brahmanan, Kshatriyan, Vaishyan,
Amatyan, Gunavallabhan.
Amatyan, Gunavallabhan,
Kshipramanayata Vyagraha.
Kshipramanavayata Vyagraha,
Krutyamatyayikam Hinaha.
Krutyamatyekam Hinaha.
This is one of our standard dialogue. Anybody, any administrator will always be saying.
Bhogaji,
Krutyamatyayikam.
Adhyasta is learned or sat?
Kimadaya?
Adhyasta, Adhi, Aste. I think he sat probably. That's Adhyasta Shabda.
Adhyasta Shabdaha. Kim vadati?
He sat down on this throne, whatever that is. That's Asana.
Iti va. Vasishtah Adhyasta Dutan Anushashasacha. Aste.
Aste, that's what I feel.
Brought it for him to sit, of course. Kastarana
Okay.
Samvratam Kanchanamayam Peetham is brought for seating only, correct? You are right. Yeah. So then what did he instruct the Dutas? To some of the Dutas he has instructed. He said, go and Anayata, Kshipram Anayata, go and bring. Bring who? Kshipram, quickly. Whom? Brahmanan, Kshatriyan, Vaishyan, Amatyan. Go and bring all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Amatyas. Amatyas are secretaries or ministers, those who are administrators, lawmakers. But he has qualified them. Do you bring all of them? Guna Vallabhan, those who are qualified with good records, with good goodwill, all of that. So bring the best of the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Amatyas. Kshipram Anayata Avyagraha, without any, bring them softly, politely. meaning without, don't go and say, hey, chalo, abhi niklo. Not that way. Bring them politely. Avyagraha. And Krityam Atyayikam Hinaha. This is one standard dialogue we keep saying. Our administrators will say, hey, already we are delayed. Already we are late. So Atyayikam, Ati Ayikam is Atyayikam. Atyayikam means already delayed. Krityam Atyayikam Hinaha. We are already delayed. Abhi muhurtam ho ja rahe. Go quickly bring them. Krityam Atyayikam Hinaha. Sarajabhrityam Shatrughnam.
स राजभृत्यं शत्रुघ्नं
Bharatam cha Yashasvinam.
भरतं च यशस्विनं
Yudhajitam Sumantrancha.
युधाजितं सुमन्त्रं च
Ye cha tatra hitajanaha.
ये च तत्र हिता जनाः.
So also go and bring who and all others. Who all? Sa Rajabhrityam Shatrughnam Bharatam. Go and bring Bharata and Shatrughna also. Yashasvinam Bharatam. That Yashasvi Bharata, that glorious Bharata, along with Shatrughna, along with Rajabhrityam, along with all his staff, whoever are his helpers, his side standby helpers, etc., guards, etc. Sa Rajabhrityam Shatrughnam Bharatam cha Yashasvinam, and also Yudhajitam. So the Bhashyam, normally Yudhajit is his mama. But here Bhashya says there must be another friend or a very close confidant of Bharata by name Yudhajit. Because Yudhajit didn't come from Kaikeyi yet. So it could mean here as somebody who is nearby, who must be a friend of Bharata with the same name called Yudhajit. Yudhajitam Sumantram, also Sumantra, who is anyway their Suta, their chief secretary there. Sumantram cha yeche tatra hitaha janaha. Also, okay, I've quoted a few names here. Whoever are well-wishers. Hitaha. Hitamichanti ye te hitaha janaha. All the well-wishers of Bharata and this kingdom. Bring all of them also, is the instructions that he is giving. And so he gave that. Then tata hala hala shabdah.
Tata hala hala shabda.
Mahan samudapadyata.
Mahan samudapadyata.
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 Yeah.
Rathairashvaih gajaischapi.
Rathairashvai gajaischapi.
Jananam upagachatam.
Jananam upagachatam.
So after these instructions were given and they were running out, and then with all the hala shabdah, kola hala shabdah, that enthu sounds are being built up there. Mahan sam udapadyata, sam udapadyata. So two prefixes were given, beautiful and sounds raising high of activity. Hala, kola, hala shabdaha. See different people running to different sides, talking, bringing, putting them in line, all of that activity, big noise of various busy activities are taking place there. With what all? Rathaihi, ashvaihi. Some of them have to go a little far away. So, and eachbody has a different vehicle based on the ranks. Some of them have ratha, some of them have just the ashwa, some of them have gaja. So, gajaihi, rathaihi, ashvaihi, cha api, jananam upagachatam, of the people who are going away to bring all these invitees that Vasishtha has listed and handed over to them. Tatah bharatamayantam.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lavanya.
Tatah bharatamayantam
Shatakratumi vamaraha.
shatakratumi vamaraha.
Pratyanandan prakrutayah
प्रत्यनन्दन् प्रकृतयः
yatha dasharatham tatha.
यथा दशरथं तथा.
We understood, right, this line? Can anyone tell me how we understood it? Because these terms we have been seeing so many times. So let's see how we understand. Not Arun Mahodaya, but others.
When Bharat came, just like Indra, when Indra arrives in Sabha, everybody welcomed, just like Dashrath, they used to do with Dashrath. Is that correct?
Correct. Very good. Yeah, that's all. See, after listening and reading this style of similar style, now we know the patterns. As we read, we might mostly understand. That is what I was wanting to confirm, that we are making that progress in studying Ramayanam so long that we also understand it, or at least we'll get an idea easily. It doesn't seem like Greek and Latin. So tataha, with all this kala hala shabda and all, and as Bharata was ayantam, as Bharata was entering, as he was arriving, it seemed like Shatakratum Amaraha Pratyanandan Iva or Dasharatham Yatha Prakritayah Iva Tatha Ayantam Bharatam Prakritayah Pratyanandan. Just as when Shatakratu, which is Indra, one who has done 100 Kratus, is called Shatakratu. Only then he is eligible to become or to apply for Indra post. So Shatakratum Amaraha. Amaraha are all gods. Just as gods would welcome with all delight and gladly when Indra is arriving, so also as when Dashratha is arriving, all the people would wow Dashratha karke, very gladly, with all honors, they would invite him and feel delighted. So also as Bharata was entering, Prakrutayah means citizens, people. Prakriti is nature. Who is the nature of the king? His own people. So his subject, his citizens. So Prakritayah Pratyanandan. They also all, they got Nandan. They got that delight, that happiness. Hradaiva Timinaga Samvrataha.
रदैव तिमिनागसंवृतः
Stimita Jalo Manishankha Sharkaraha.
स्तिमितजलो शङ्खशर्करः मणिशङ्खशर्करः
Dasharatha Sutashobhita Sabha.
दशरथसुतशोभिता सभा
Sa Dasharatheva Babhau Yatha Pura.
स दशरथेव बभौ यथा पुरा.
So now the whole Sabha, how is it looking? Is how he's trying to conclude it with a nice simile. Hrada Timinaga Samvrataha Iva. Hrada is a water. Hrada is all water. So Hrada Timi Naga Samvrataha. Timi is big whales, sharks, or big fishes. Nagas are serpents, all those water animals. Timi Naga Samvrataha, filled with all these serpents, fishes, whales, etc., all aqua bodies. Stimita Jalaha, Mani Shankha Sharkaraha. At the top, all these things are, are moving, creating waves, etc. At the top level, all of these fishes and all will be moving, right? But at the bottom level, you will have these manis, shankhas, charkaraha. They all keep the jala stimita. Stimita is stable, unmoving. At the top, you will find the waves moving. So with all the manis, all the jewels, and because at the seabed, you will find pearls and various other gems, right? So mani, shankhaha, also you'll find conchs there at the bottom. Mani Shankha Sharkaraha. Sharkaraha is, those decorated by these. Mani Shankha Sharkaraha Stimita Jalaha Hradaha Timinaga Samvrataha Eva. Even though it seems stable, with the Timinagas, it will seem very, on the busy. Similarly, Dasharatha Suta Shobhita Sabha, that Sabha, that meeting, that office, which was looking grand, with Dasharatha Suta, with the son of Dasharatha, who is Bharata, it is seeming like Sa Dasharatha Iva Babhau Yathapura. Even though Bharata, Dasharatha Suta is sitting here, it is seeming the same busy, the same glory, the same grandness, the same grandeur, as if in the past, Dasharatha, when he sits there, when he arrives there, whatever was the grandness that will be built up, the same grandness is built up even now, is how he is concluding. That means everybody is happy with everybody have gladly accepted Bharata upon Vasishtha's proposal, is what it means. Ityarshe
Ityashe
Srimad Ramayane
Srimad
Srimad
Ramayane
Valmiki
Valmiki
ye
Adhikari
Ayodhyakande
Vidyakandi
Ayodhyakamande
Ekashititamah Sargah.
Ekashititamah Sargah.
The small sarga. I will continue. Atha Dvayashititamah Sargah. Dvayashititamah Sargah. Dviashiti Dvayashiti. Dvayashititamah Sargah.
Tamasargaha
Sena Prasthapanam.
Sena Prasthapanam.
So now Sena, the Sena Prasthapanam, the departure of the Sena. That means they will be heading first out. Tamarya Gana Sampurnam.
Tamarya Samagam Tamarya
No, Tamarya Gana Sampurnam.
Tamarya Gama Sampurnam
Bharata Pragraham Sabham.
Bharata Pragraham Sabham
Dadarsha Buddhi Sampannah.
Dadarsha Buddhi Sampannaha
Purna Chandro Nishamiva.
Purna Chandro Nishamiva.
So Tam Aryagana Sampurnam Sabham Pragraham Sabham Bharatah Dadarsha. As Bharata's now previously said, Bharatamayantam is how the previous Sarga said, right? As he was arriving. So as he was arriving, he showed how the Sabha looked like, how the Sabha was receiving Bharata. Now he is looking, camera is from Bharata. Now Bharata is looking at the Sabha. How is it looking? Bharataha Dadarsha. Bharata saw the Sabha. What kind of Sabha? Pragraham. Fully occupied, meaning all fully packed Sabham. And what kind of Aryagana Sampurnam? Packed with who? Packed with all the noble gentlemen, all the great people, great scholars, great rishis, and he already invited Brahmanan, Kshatriyan, Vaishyan, Amatyan, Gunavallabhan, right? All those great people were invited. The best of the various Samaja Visishta Samaja Janaha. All of them were invited. So by looking at all of them, Buddhi Sampannaha Bharataha Dadarsha, he saw that. This highly intelligent Bharata looked at that, and it seemed to him as if Purna Chandraha Nishamiva. It seemed like in the night, full moon, it seemed like a full moon night, which means all stars are there, and then you have the Chandra here. Similarly, it seemed like Bharata is the Chandra in this big star-studded Sabha. Asanani yathanyayam.
Asanani yathanyayam.
Aryanam vishatam tada.
Aryanam vishatam tada.
Vastrangaraga prabhaya.
Vastrangaraga prabhaya.
Dyotitasa sabhottama.
Jyotita sa sabodhama.
So yatha nyayam, as per political protocol, the cabinet will have the highest seats at the first row. We also see, right, in our Rajya Sabha also, you have several leveled steps. At the topmost step, to the right, you will have the ruling party. To the left, you have the opposition party, and all of that, right? Similar, that is called yathanyayam. As per arrangements or as per the protocol, different people will be seated in different levels of decorated seats, different heights, etc. So yathanyayam asanani aryanam vishatam tada. As per arrangements, these are reserved, this is for VIP, this is for Prime Minister, like that. As vishatam yatha nyayam aryanam asanani vishatam tada. All these seats then accordingly were occupied, were seated by all these noble people, all these great people. And vastra angaraga prabhaya sa Uttama Sabha Dyotita. With all these people sitting in all these arranged chairs, the whole building, that Sabha, that whole meeting, that whole office, what is the best way to say Sabha? Is there an English word for Sabha? There is either a meeting,
Court.
Assembly.
Assembly.
In his court, or we can say that. Usually they say court, in his court.
Court. No, assembly might be a good word. That assembly, correct. So that assembly seemed Dyotita, that assembly was glowing with colors, with the brightness of Vastra Angaraga Prabhaya, with the glow of all the colors of various people's dresses, Vastra Angaraga, and their makeups. Different well made up golden earrings, golden keyura, and all of that, right? With all of their ornamentation, with all of their decorations, and the colorful, bright dresses. Unlike the Western culture where it's always dark colors, unlike that, our Indian Hindu culture is, colorful, color dresses. No two people will be wearing the same sari ever. Go to any big wedding or any big event. Even if there are 1,000 women there, you will see 1,000 different saris, 1,000 different colors, 1,000 different designs. Beauty, beauty, beauty. And go to any Western one, no two people at least will be different. All
Black,
of them same.
black coat for funeral, black coat for concert, everything black.
That's it. Hundreds, thousands of black coats only, or white frocks for the women. No other variety. Whereas ours is colorful ones. And so, with all that Dyotita, we say, right? What is that? Sajyam Trivarti Samyuktam Vannina Dyotitam Maya Grihana Mangalam Deepam Trailokyatimirapaha, or something like that we say, right? So Dyotitam is lit. It is seeming like lit, light, so much of light. Dyoti, Dyut, Dyu. Dyotita Sabha Dyoti, Uttama Sabha Dyotita with Prabha, with the glow, with Suprabha, with the Prabha of Vastra Angaraga. So much of color. Color is that's why Holi also we celebrate. Color is this happiness. Color is delight. Color is beautiful. Color is happiness. Colors rather, sorry. Colors, multicolor it should be. And which in itself means diversity, which itself means pluralism, all of that. So we are Savarna, that's why we say colors, full of colors. Yeah. So sa vidvajjana sampurna.
Sa vidvajjana sampurna.
Sabha suruchira tada.
Sabha suruchira tada.
Adrishyata ghanapaye.
Adrishyat ganapaye.
Purnachandreva Sharvari.
Purnachandreva Sharvari.
Again, some more poetic simile-based elaboration or narration of that how grand that Sabha looked. Sa Vidvat Jana Sampurna. That Sabha was filled with Vidvat Jana. I think our guys should know this. If you are not Vidvat Jana, don't even appoint them. We only look at criminal records before accepting the nomination. But no, not just criminal records. First of all, has he studied politics? Political sciences, I think they should have studied. We should make some rule like that. Or if he's MLC or something, of course, MLC at least they pick stalwarts in those respective fields. But the MLAs or MPs should be Vidvat Jana. Sa Vidvat Jana Sampurna Sabha. It is full of highly educated scholarly people. Suruchira, and hence it seemed very beautiful. I mean, very happy, hearty. Suruchira tada adrishyata, it seemed glowing with happiness. And what is the Ghanapaye Purnachandreva Sharvari? Purnachandra Sharvari is night. With full moon night, Ghana Apaye, there was a cloud, and so moon could not be seen. Then, after a moment, suddenly the cloud slipped, or the cloud moved on, and so now the full moon could be seen. Similarly, this Sabha, after Bharata entered, seemed like clouds gone away and glowing full moon has appeared. Previously also we saw another simile given as full moon in a star-studded night. So Vidvat Jana Sampurna, they are all stars who have occupied this assembly, not useless fellows fighting among themselves and all. So Sa Vidvat Jana Sampurna Sabha Suruchira Tada Ghanapaye Purnachandra Eva Sharvari Adrishyata. Rajnastu Prakriti Sarvaha.
Ragnastu Prakriti Sarvaha.
Samagrah Prekshya Dharmavit.
Samagraha Preksha Dharmavit.
Idam Purohita Vakyam.
Idam Purohita Vakyam.
Bharatam Mrudu Chabravit.
Bharatam Mrudu Chabravit.
Rajnaha means of Raja. Rajnaha Prakritihi Sarvaha Samagraha Dharmavit Purohitaha Prekshya. So the Purohita Vasishtha, Dharmavit, who is aware of the Dharma, Prekshya, by looking at who? Rajnaha Prakriti, the people of the Raja. So Purohita, it doesn't say people of the Raja. That means that bonding between the Raja and the Praja is continuously established every time. Rajnaha Prakritihi Sarvaha Samagraha Dharmavit Prekshya, by looking at all the people that are outside and their representatives, specialized stalwarts, etc., that are invited and assembled here. By looking at all of them, you can imagine how Vasishtha would be now seeing, standing up high on the dais and looking at all of them, giving everybody an eye contact, and then about to say this. Just imagine that video. That itself will give a grand setting, grand visual. Dharmavit Purohitaha Bharatam Mruducha Vakyam Idam Vakyam Abravit. Then he looked at Bharata and with a very pleasing, soft words, he said this to Bharata. Tata Raja Dasharatha.
Tata Raja Dasharatha
Swargata Dharmacharan
Swargatha धर्माचरन्
स्वर्गतः धर्ममाचरन्
स्वर्गतः धर्ममाचरन्
धनधान्यवतीं स्फीतां
धनधान्यवतीं स्पीतां
प्रदाय पृथिवीं तव
प्रदाय पृथिवीं तव
रामस्तथा सत्यधृतिः
रामस्तथा सत्यधृतिः
सतां धर्ममनुस्मरन्
ततां धर्ममनुस्मरन्
नाजहात् पितुरादेशां
नाजहात् पितुरादेशां
शशीज्योत्स्नामिवोदितः
शशीज्योत्स्नामिवोदितः
पित्रा भ्रात्रा च ते दत्तं
पित्रा भ्रात्रा च ते दत्तं
राज्यं निहतकण्टकं
राज्यं निहतकण्टकं
तद्भुङ्क्ष्व मुदितामात्यः
तद्भुङ्क्ष्व मुदितामात्यः
क्षिप्रमेवाभिषेच्य च क्षिप्रमेवाभिषेचय.
क्षिप्रमेवाभिषेचय.
So that is the message he gave after looking at everyone. That means with that eye contact, he got everyone's attention. They're all now, they become quiet. And now Vasishtha is looking at Bharata and saying these three shlokas to him. He's saying, addressing Tata, oh father. Father means son, beloved son. Beta, aisa. Tata, Raja Dasharatha, the king Dasharatha, Swargataha, he left for Gataha, Kutaha, Kutra Gataha, Swaha, Swarlokam Gataha. So Swargataha, that means he left for Swarg. How did he leave? Dharmam Acharan. By following Dharma, every moment of his till last moment, he only followed Dharma. Dharmam Acharan Swargataha and Dhana Dhanyavatim, with food, with abundant food, Sphitam, abundant food and wealth, Prithivim Tava Pradaya, by leaving it for you, by leaving this land which is full of dhana and dhanya, and Sphitam, very vast land, this vast land filled with food and wealth, by leaving it to you, Tava Pradaya, and Ramaha Tatha Satyadhritihi, Rama also being very sticking to the promises and all, whatever is real, whatever is the reality, accepting it and standing for it. Satyadhritihi, Satam Dharmam Anusmaran, by telling himself, by recollecting and telling himself the dharma that is followed by Sat Log, means by all the good people, noble people. Whatever is the dharma followed by the noble people, by remembering that, by telling himself over and over, Satyadhritihi Ramaha Tatha Na Ajahat Pituradesham. He did not leave, or he did not violate the father's instruction of going away. And so, Pituradesham na ajahat, Shashi Jyotsnam iva uditaha. Just as moon, Shashi, Jyotsnam uditaha. When sun sets, moon rises. That means as Rama left for forest, for the exile, yes, Rama seemed like moon there. Jyotsnam Shashi Uditaha Shashi Jyotsnam Iva. So just as Rama left like sunset, but he went out as moon into the forest. Now, Pitra Bhratra Cha Te Nihata Kantakam Rajyam Dattam. Without any conditions, without unconditionally, without any, what do you call, fine prints, without any footnotes, simple, as per constitution, without any hindrances, both by your father and your brother, way is cleared for you to take up this kingdom. Pitra, Bhratra, this is Tritiya Vibhakti. By father, by brother, Rama also. After father, it should have gone to brother Rama, but even he has given it away. So now it is free for you. Nihata Kantakam, there are no Kantaka. We say in our Prarthana also, right? It is not Nihata Kantakam. We say
Kantakakina margam.
Swayam Swikritam na. Kantakakirna margam. But there we say Swayam Swikritam na Sugam Karayet. We seek that. We know this is a Kantakakirna margam, spread, filled all over with thorns. It's a very difficult path that we have taken up as a Swayam Sevak, as our Karya. But Sugam Karayet, may you make it Sugam, an easy path for us. That means we seek your blessings. Tavashasha Sugam Karayet. Similarly, unlike that, here he is telling, hey, there is no Kantaka. It's not a Kantaka Kirana Margam. It is Nihata Kantakam. All the thorns were cut off. Nihata. They were killed. All the thorns are plucked out already. So you have a very unconditional contract here. Just take it up as it is. Tad bhunkshva. Enjoy it. Enjoy it means not enjoy, but you experience it. Experience it means you have to run it. Then you will experience it. So tad bhunkshva, experience it. Mudita amatyaha. All the amatyas, all the ministers and secretaries here, they are all also happy to accept you as their king. This is another great adjective, great qualifier here, showing our, as I said, it is not monarchy, it is not blind, what is it, what was this word here? Not blind, avidvajana sampurna, not blind, uneducated democracy, but the best of the worlds, which was, yes, it had a king, but this king is not a single dictator. He was guided, controlled, nominated, elected by educated sabhasadas. And selfless. They're all rishis, munis. They are not there to make wealth there. Such people elect, nominate, elect, and control the king. How is that said here? Mudita amatyaha. If the amatyas are not muditaha, then he cannot be nominated. He will be thrown out. And we have several instances like that. In Bhagavatam, hunkarena, just all these rishis, amatyas, they were not happy with this guy called Asamanjas. They tried to, I mean, his king, his father, Prithu also knew it, but he was not able to take an action. Then finally, when his torture and sadism, some Asamanjasa's sadism was going beyond control and hurting small children of the state, because he would take them and dump them into a pond and laugh at them when they are unable to swim and getting drowned. Such sadism. That is one example of the sadism quoted in Bhagavatam. That means he must be doing a lot more other sadistic activities with children, with people, with animals. And so these rishis couldn't take it anymore. And they all came and did hunkarena. They said, and that's it. Asamanjas was killed. They went and reported this to the king. The king said, all right, I accept it. And they make Anshuman, that Asamanjasa's son, not direct son again, cousin's son. They nominate him as the king because Anshuman seems to be a qualified one. So what I'm trying to quote here over and over is the political system of Bharat is not monarchy, not blind democracy, but the best of the worlds. You need a strong leader to make decisions and control. but he should be guided by educated, knowledgeable, selfless staff. That is the system there. So, muditamatyah tat bhungshva, satisfied by the, or accepted, gladly accepted by the staff, by these ministers and all. Now you experience this kingdom. Kshipram eva abhishechaya, and for that, go quickly, prepare yourself for abhisheka, so that you can start experiencing this kingdom and get the results. Udityascha pratityascha
Udishchascha pratichascha
dakshinatyascha kevalaha
dakshinatyascha kevala
kotya parantah samudra
kotya parantah samudra
ratnanyabhiharantu te.
ratnanyabhiharantu te.
So, how to do the abhishekam? So he said, go abhishechaya. If we don't read next lines, we think, oh, then it is over. No, abhisheka details are now being elaborated. Udityascha from the north, pratityascha from the east, dakshinatyascha from the south, dakshina from the south, dakshinatyascha kevalaha from all of these sides. Kotya aparantaha, several groups of samudraha, several groups of water is brought from all the Punya Nadis, from the north, from the east, from the south, and all other directions. Samudraha ratnani abhiharantu te. May you be decorated. May you be given abhishekam with the waters from all these sides, from all the nadis, from all these directions. And also, may you be after that decorated with the gems and jewels of the all samudras, from the oceans. Tachrutva bharata vakyam.
tat shrutva bharatam vakyam
Bharata vakyam.
bharata vakyam
Shokena abhipariplutah.
shokena abhiparikritah pariputah
Jagama manasa ramam.
jagama manasa ramam
Dharmagno dharmakangshaya.
dharmagyo dharmakangshaya
Kankshaya.
kankshaya.
So Tachrutva, by listening to these instructions of Vasishtha, Purohita Vasishtha, Brahmarshi Vasishtha, Tadvakyam Shrutva, by listening to that speech of Bharata, of Vasishtha, Bharataha Shokena Abhipariplutaha, he filled all around with sorrow. Shokena abhiparipplutaha. Plutaha is filled, drowned, or floating. It can be floating or drowned. Either ways it is plutaha. Pariplutaha, all around. Abhipariplutaha, fully drowned in the sorrow. By listening to that instructions of Vasishtha, Manasa Ramam Dharmajnaha Bharataha Dharmakangshaya, with the for the sake of, or through the desire of dharma, through the wishes, or for the sake of establishing dharma, dharmakangshaya, with the desire of dharma, dharmajnaha bharataha manasa ramam jagama. So immediately he closed his eyes, and through his heart, in his heart, he went to Rama. That means he remembered Rama. In fact, this is showing in a way a devotion, bhakti, bhakti work here, bhakti deed. Anything we do, we should first think of God, and we do. Before bhojan, we say bhojan mantra. Before snanam, we say snana mantra. Similarly, Bharata also knew here, this is all for Rama. So immediately, Manasa Ramam Jagama, he went to Rama. Rama, this is all yours. What is happening here? Kind of a conversation he had with Rama in his mind, in his heart. स बाष्पकलया वाचा
सबाष्पि
बाष्पकलया
कलहंसस्वरः युवा
कलहंसस्वर युवा
विललापसभामध्ये
विललापसभामध्ये
जगर्हे च पुरोहितम्.
जिगर्हे च पुरोहितम्.
It's 8:38. How are we on time? Everything here?
Yes, Bhagaji.
Maybe we'll take a few more minutes, 8:38. Can we take 7 more minutes? Maybe we'll go till 8:45 and do some more shlokas here.
Sure, Bhagaji.
Okay. So, Saha Bashpakalaya, with tears in his eyes. Kalahamsa Swaraha Vacha. His voice also, Kalahamsa Swaraha, Yuva, this by as with eyes filled with tears, and the voice also not in a very capable voice, or not in a very firm voice, bold voice. Vilalapa sabha madhye, he was crying. He couldn't control his tears in this sabha, in the midst of that assembly, because in his mind he went to Rama. That means he knew Rama should be sitting here. He should be getting all these honors. What is happening? What a bad timing, what a bad state of time and all. So with all that guilt, Vilalapa sabha madhye, and Jagarhe cha purohitam, and then he also retaliated back to Vasishtha. Charita brahmacharyasya
चरितब्रह्मचर्यस्य
vidyasnatasya dhimatah
विद्यास्नातस्य धीमतः
dharme prayatamanasya
धर्मे प्रयतमानस्य
ko rajyam madvidho haret.
को राज्यं मद्विद्धो हरेत्.
So, Charita Brahmacharyasya, of one who has completed who went through the Brahmacharya stage. That means one who has completed all his education. Vidyasnatasya dhimataha, of that brilliant who also got Vidyasnata, who has got convocation, graduation ceremony completed. That means not only did he go to school, but he has passed. He has come out successfully with qualified degree certificate. Dharme prayatamanasya, and also having studied it, applying it as well. Dharme prayatamanasya, one who constantly endeavors to apply all that he has studied in the Gurukulam to this to the Rajyam, to the kingdom. Dharme prayatamanasya kaha rajyam madvidho haret, who can steal away the rightful kingdom away from such a great person who has completed his education, who has got certification also, and who constantly endeavors to apply that dharma for the people in the state. Who can steal away? Who can anybody steal away that kingdom rights from him? Katham Dasharathagnatah
कथं दशरथज्ञातः दशरथाज्ञातः
भवेत् राज्यापहारकः
भवेद् राज्यापहारकः
राज्यं चाहं च रामस्य
राज्यं चाहं च रामस्य
धर्मं वक्तुमिहार्हसि.
धर्मं वक्तुमिहार्हसि.
Katham Dasharatha Ajnataha, ordered by Dasharatha. Katham, how? Rajya apaharakaha bhavet. How can an order by Dasharatha be stealing away, taking away the rights of the rightfully eligible Rama? Rajyam cha aham Ramasya. Rajyam dharmam cha. Rajyam dharmam cha aham Ramasya vaktum iha arhasi. Can you please tell me how can this dharma rajya of Rama be taken away by the order of one Dasharatha? And so he himself is again elaborating that dharma that he knows. Jeshtaha sreshtascha dharmatma
ज्येष्ठः श्रेष्ठश्च धर्मात्मा
दिलीपानु पुषोपमः
दिलीप नहुपोषम शोपम
दिलीप नहुषोपमः
दिलीप नहुषोपम
लब्धुमर्हति काकुत्स्थः
लब्धुमर्हति काकुत्सः
राज्यं दशरथो यथा.
राज्यं दशरथ यथा.
Right from Dilip, Nahusha, those are all a few of the great ancestors that he has quoted. Upamaha, like them, Dasharatha yatha. Similarly, just as Dasharatha also got, all through Kakutstha, all through in our Kakuts successors, Dharmatma, Jeshtha, Sreshtha, Rajyam Labdhum Arhati. Qualifiers are, first of all, he should be Jeshtaha, elder. He should be Sreshtaha, he should be excellent. And he should be Dharmatma. He might be excellent, but he is not Dharmatma. So he should be Dharmatma, he should be excellent, and he should be the eldest. Such people only Rajyam Labdhum Arhati. Only such people are eligible to obtain the kingdom. Yatha Dasharatha, including our father Dasharatha. Anarya Jushtam Asvargyam
अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यं
Kuryam Papamaham Yadi
कुर्यां पापमहं यदि
Ikshvakunam Aham Loke
इक्ष्वाकूणामहं लोके
Bhaveyam Kulapamsanaha.
भवेयं कुलपांसनः.
So he's saying Anarya Jushtam Asvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Remember that line from Bhagavad Gita? Same words. Right? So who says? That is the beauty of Sanskritam. Through millennia of eras and ages, it remains the same, yet evolves. The principles are the same. That is what we should understand. Whether it is Treta Yuga or Dwapara Yuga or Kali Yuga, we always talk the same. Anarya Jishtam Asvargyam, not followed by noble people. Anarya Jishtam Asvargyam, something that does not make me eligible to go to Swargaloka after leaving this body. Aham yadi aham kuryam, if I do this, then aham papam kuryam, then I will be committing a sin. Why? Ikshvakunam loke aham kulapamsavaha bhaveyam. It must be kulapamsavaha. But pamsavaha is bahuvachanam, so kulapamsavaha maybe. Aham kulapamsavaha ikshvakunam loke bhaveyam. If I do this, which is, I'm not Jeshta, I'm not Sreshta. Rama is much better than me. I might be Dharmatma, but I'm not Jeshta or Sreshta. So if I take it up now, then this becomes Anaryam, not followed by our noble people. Asvargyam, of course, for me it becomes a papam, and so I won't get entry into Swarga. And not only that, in this world also, in this world, Ikshvakunam loke aham kulapamsavaha bhaveyam. I will become a scar, a black mark in the lineage of Ikshvakus, being a sinner here, he's saying. There is a big chapter. Okay, we will stop at where did we stop? 13. Just remember. No, 14. We did till 14. We'll continue from the 15th shloka, 280 to 15 onwards. Okay, it's 8:48. Late here. Lavanya ji, can you say Shanti Mantra?
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवादाः भगवती
Dhanyawadaha. Very good. Any comments, anybody?
Bhogaji, is the recording stopped here? I have a
Right, I want to stop here. I'm trying to see how do I do that. Normally, every time I do that.